Good.
No, dude, this is my pick.
This is not. This is your pick,
I mean, this is your pick.
dude. This is bullshit. I changed my mind on Dead Shack back then too. I was
No,
like,
you picked. You're like, let's do Dead Shack, and then I was
Yeah, that
like,
was
oh,
at the
let's do
beginning.
this, and then we did
Yeah.
that, and then we're circling back to your pick. So it was.
that was
fair.
at the that was at the beginning of the year, buddy, when there was like no new moves coming out yet.
Nah, freak that, man.
Dude, fuck you. I even announced on the last episode that I was gonna pick Downrange, I believe.
It ain't even out yet.
Yeah, it is. Dumb fuck.
You don't even know anything about movies yet.
This is your pick, so I feel
This is your
you
pick.
can go ahead and intro, buddy.
It's your pick.
I swear to God, it is yours.
It's literally your pick. You were like, let's do Dead Shack. Did you
That
ever
was-
say that?
A long time ago, I was a whole different person back then.
Doesn't matter.
So I guess we'll never do Downrange. Okay.
You get a pick right after my pick.
You always say that. What's up, guys? Carly here, bringing you episode number 21 of the Netflix and Chill Horror Podcast. As always, I am joined by the homie JP. How are you doing, JP?
Yo, what up?
Not much, not much.
Yo, so people have been liking my reviews that I've been posting on the YouTubes. I'm just saying.
The ones with me in them?
Well, I think they just like them because I'm doing them outside of the movies that I just seen.
But like the ones with me in them.
Yeah, I think you were there, but I don't think...
Yeah, I feel like people I just feel like your videos are getting more likes and comments and I just happen to be in them, so, but when you're just in them, I feel like they don't get that much publicity, so
No,
that's
it's just
maybe a
because
coincidence.
I've been doing them outside.
I don't know about that, buddy, but one thing I did notice is I feel like you try to not have me on the camera all that much.
What?
I feel like when I'm in the video, I'm like just trying real hard to get up in there. but
Dude,
it's
my
just,
arm gets tired holding that
I just
thing.
feel like it's all about you a little bit.
Nah, dog.
But yeah, I mean, on a serious note, I've been enjoying doing those videos. We've only done 2, but I think it's a fun little thing to get our fresh thoughts out there.
Yeah,
So-
I agree. Well, I've always wanted to do them, but the reason I never did before was because my old phone's storage was like really bad. So I never
Yeah.
had like the space to actually record a 10-minute video outside of. And my old phone's battery was really bad. Like my phone would be on 3% by the time we'd get out of the movies every time.
Yeah, I need to get a new phone because that's like I used to try to film videos on my phone because the quality is obviously a lot better, and I thought, oh, I can do this instead of buying a camera, but like I've tried everything to get the storage good, but it still only records up to like 8 minutes, so I kind of gave up on that. But yeah, it's a fun time.
Yeah, so if you guys haven't seen those videos, check out my YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/doubleshotj.
Jizzle.
It's J.
Jizzle.
It's J.
Okay, buddy.
And so, check those out. We did the Slender Man, more like Slender Trash, am I right?
Dude, that was my joke, and someone loved it, I think.
No, they didn't.
What? Well, if they watch the video, they're gonna see that's my joke. So
Yeah, I said it first though. We recorded this before we recorded that one.
you can't. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it does.
Everyone.
Listen, then we also recorded a review for the Meg.
More like the
mega
trash.
awesome.
Oh,
Funny.
okay. That was kind of clever, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, more like mega average, my opinion, but.
It is. It's not. I was talking to Austin last night for a couple hours, and we were talking about that. He really liked that movie.
I know, he told me before I went to see it, he was like, oh, it's up there now. It's, maybe top 10 worthy, and I got real excited, but yeah, it just wasn't really for me.
You
Like I
didn't
say,
get excited. Shut up.
in my head I did. I wasn't like, I don't really express my emotions that much out loud, but
Yeah,
I
because
was
you're
pumped.
cold-hearted bitch.
No, I'm not, buddy. I swear that's you.
A bitch?
Yeah, you're a little bitch.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, I was talking to Austin last night. We played a little Fortnite for
Well, why
like
don't you and
4
Austin just
hours.
get married?
What?
Why don't you and Austin just get married then? Jeez.
I don't know. I'm just saying. And it's nice to have somebody to play Fortnite with.
Austin, I was so mad. We went to record Body Bags, and Austin was just playing Fortnite before we recorded, and I was just sitting here in the dark alone without Fortnite.
Get Fortnite.
I don't want Fortnite.
Alright, whatever.
Okay.
So, anyway, what are we here for?
We are here to do a little review of a film titled Dead Shack, aka Whack Shack.
Now, why did you pick Dead Shack as your pick for this week?
I did not pick Dead Shack as my pick for this week. I believe I mentioned it in the previous episode, if you guys listened, that I wanted to do a film called Down Range.
No, I
but
edited that out.
Okay, well, in the original cut of the pod, I mentioned that I wanted to do Down Range, but JP was all like, hey, we might as well just do Dead Shack because, I have to do Dead Shack anyway, so now we're doing JP's pick of Dead Shack.
What? It's your pick.
Okay, technically the episode should be my pick, but I'm just saying for this week,
Yeah, but
I wanted...
you picked Dead Shack, so I don't know why you're coming at me twisted.
I picked it a long... I picked it a long time ago whenever it was new and fresh and there weren't that many 2018 movies out and there wasn't that many options and everyone was talking about it. So yes, technically a while ago I picked it, but I kind of forgot about it, and I picked Down Range for this episode. So.
Pretty sure you picked Dead Shack, but whatever.
Okay, dude. Okay.
Ugh.
So anyway, Dead Shack. Do you have any announcements or anything? Have you been watching anything on streaming before we get into?
Still been watching Forensic Files. It's kind of my nightly ritual. Love it. I don't know what I'm gonna do when I run out of episodes because it's so calming at night. Like, if you ever want to feel better about your life when it's like nighttime and you're kind of feeling a little depressed, because that happens sometimes at night. You start thinking about all your problems. All you gotta do is throw on Forensic Files and see somebody's family and life torn completely apart, and then you feel better about yours.
Yeah, I don't know. I've mentioned it before. I kind of have the opposite effect when I watch something
Well, that's
real
because
and
you're
sad.
dumb.
Dude, why can't I give an opinion without you being a baby?
I'm not being a baby. I'm just saying your opinion's wrong.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
Mr. Facts.
I'm gonna sick Ebby Galopoulos on
Where's
you.
Eddie? I was just gonna say, where's Eddie Galapagos?
Alright, so it has the opposite effect on you. You can't watch sad things.
I do. I used to watch.
I
Forensic-
can never watch sad things. My name is Carly Anderson.
Yeah, sure. Why do you do that voice for everyone? By the way,
That's your voice. That's how
You're
you
not good
sound
at-
when you talk.
you're not good at making impressions of people.
That's how you sound when you talk, bro.
Nah, but you do that same voice when you're mocking Jeremy, and you think it's so good.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, I've heard it on the pod.
I just
That's
add slightly more gay to it whenever. You and Jeremy kind of sound alike, but he just is like slightly more feminine.
Dude, okay, I'll take that. But anyway, yeah, I haven't really been watching much on streaming, but I have started watching a lot more films once again since you guys, or JP rather, and kind of Austin were calling me fake horror fans, so...
You are a fake horror fan. You don't watch a movie a day. If you don't watch a movie a day, you're a fake horror fan.
I've been watching a movie a day, and the other day I think I watched
Still in the
two.
Basement doesn't count as a goddamn movie.
It was on the Letterboxd, so I counted it. And it's 42 mins. I mean, that's kind of a
Is it
long...
really?
Yeah, on the back of the cover.
Holy
I
cow.
was actually shocked. I was like, oh, this is probably only 29 minutes or something. But yeah, but anyway, I've been watching a decent bit of stuff again, and it's been putting me in a good mood to watch stuff, so I'm back at it.
Okay.
Yeah. But you want to go ahead and get into the Whack Shack?
Quit calling it Whack Shack.
I think it's funny. You called it Dead Whack that one night, and that's why I came up with Whack Shack.
I was not in my correct state of mind.
I don't mean as in it's a bad movie. I just think saying Whack Shack is funny.
Yeah. Whack. Dead Shack. Go ahead, intro it.
Okay. So Dead Shack, I almost called it Whack Shack by accident now, but okay. The plot here is, while staying at a cabin in the woods during the weekend, 3 teenage kids discover their neighbor is feeding guests to her zombie family. In short order, the battle is on as the kids fight to save themselves and their family. That is the IMDb synopsis there.
Directed by Peter Rick.
Yeah, that's a weird name.
And
just a random
he
Q at the
has
end.
done nothing. He co-directed a documentary.
Yeah.
So this is kind of his feature film debut here. And he also wrote this film along with another 2 people, actually. One of which is Davila LeBlanc, who has done a little bit more in terms of writing, but nothing that I've seen or heard of. More TV episode stuff. As well as Phil Ivanusik, who has worked on TV.
Looks like the same stuff as other dude.
Yeah, actually, like cartoons. It's kind of weird. Yeah, like Johnny Test and oh no, I'm in the alien invasion. So yeah, pretty unknowns here, which you see a lot of that with the Shudder exclusives. They seem to go after these first-time filmmakers. This is a film that got its festival circuit in 2017, got its wide release in 2018 here on the Shudder network. It's a Shudder exclusive. Came out a little while ago. It was definitely back a few months ago when you picked it. As your pick for now.
Yeah, a few months ago, yes.
February. It came out in February, I believe. So It's been, man, time flies. That's pretty crazy. So I'm not exactly sure who's in this film. I haven't seen any of these people before. Have you?
The girl looked familiar, and I just clicked on her name. Not the teenage girl, but the bad guy type of character, woman across the lane, and she actually played Mary in Dumb and Dumber, the love interest of Jim Carrey. So that is where
the original Dumb and Dumber?
Yeah, but she had that short black hair. Red? Okay, red. Sorry. But yeah, she looked familiar the whole movie to me, but I think that looks like the only thing I've seen her in. And the other people I don't think I've ever seen before.
What was the dad in? Okay, this girl, Valerie Tian, the Asian stepmom, she was in a few things that I've seen. She was in Juno, as well as Drillbit Taylor, which I've seen. That movie with Owen Wilson, I think. Or not, Owen Wilson, sorry.
I've seen all this stuff. I've seen literally everything she's been in, and she didn't look familiar to me.
Yeah, and Jennifer's Body, which I'm actually a fan of. I like some Jennifer's Body.
And Charlie St. Cloud.
I don't know what that is.
It was a very sad movie.
Alright, and Donovan Stinson, who plays the father, right?
I believe, yeah.
Alright, he was in... Oh, okay, so he did... he's been in a ton of stuff, yeah. Not anything that I've seen. A lot of TV. The Fairly Odd movie.
There's a Fairly Odd movie?
Yeah.
With Drake Bell? Or is that him?
Not sure.
That is
so, yeah. I mean, he's been in some stuff, but nobody overly familiar, because even the Asian chick who I've seen in other stuff, I didn't recognize her, probably because she's Asian. That's racist.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say that, but yeah.
Yeah. So, Dead Shack. Now that description sounds kind of weak if you would tell that to me before we watched it. I didn't know anything about this film. In my head, when I hear Dead Shack and see the poster, I think like, okay, probably a zombie movie about a siege narrative, bunch of people in a shack, like defending themselves. But then I had heard people call it a horror comedy. It's like, oh brother, because I'm not a huge fan of horror comedies. I'm even less of a fan of horror zom-coms. Because to me, it's just overdone. It's played out. It's overstayed its welcome. Not my thing.
Yeah, I had basically the same opinions on the movie.
Wait, those aren't my opinion on the movie. That's just my
oh my god, buddy, that's what I meant.
Preconceived notions.
That is what I meant, buddy. I am sorry.
That's not what you said. So.
Okay, well, like it was a miswording. So, but anyway,
Why did you say so like that?
Because everyone says so after they just get smart with someone. I've explained this before, and I hate it. Shut up, all you people who say that right now. I'm just saying, like...
Say what?
Whenever you're like, well, blah, 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 blah. So...
Why does that bother
especially
you?
when you add the ... after it, or it's like a comma, so, like...
I don't speak in dots.
Okay, well, like, some people do. I see it all the time, and I know what their intentions are, so, screw you. But anyway... My thoughts on Dead Shack, like when I first saw it coming out, I had the same sort of pre-thoughts, if you will, where, for one thing, I'm not a huge fan of zombie movies. I think some of them are really good, but they're not stuff that I like to rewatch a lot.
What's your favorite zombie movie?
Definitely probably Return of the Living Dead, I guess, because it's fun.
Okay, what's your second favorite zombie movie?
Day of the Dead.
Okay, what's your third favorite zombie movie?
It Stains the Sands Red.
Ew! You were on a roll.
I actually like that one because it was different from other...
Is It Stains the Sand Red? It's similar to It Stains the Sand Red?
That's what I said.
You said stands the sand.
Stains... I can't talk that well, buddy.
Wait.
Okay, but like... are you trying to like prove a point about me liking zombie movies?
No, I just want to, because my favorite zombie movie is Return of the Living Dead. My second favorite zombie movie is Day of the Dead. You were on a roll, and then you just dropped the ball completely.
Okay, well, like that's just proving that I don't really. I'm just proving. Are we gonna get through this? I'm just proving that like I don't really care for zombie movies that much. So
listing two of the best zombie movies ever.
Why? Yes, because they're the best for a reason. They're good movies. I'm saying, as I stated earlier, I don't rewatch them a lot, except like Return of the Living Dead would be an exception because it's actually a fun film. But
listen,
anyway,
I'm gonna sick all the Fulci fans on you for putting It Stains the fucking Sand Red over Fulci's Zombie.
Dude, Fulci's Zombie is okay. It got better on second watch for me, but. Dead Shack. My pre-thoughts were
this is better than It Stains the Sand Red.
Oh, we don't want to spoil. We don't want to spoil reviews. I might have hated this movie. I might have loved it. Who knows?
You could still hate it, and it would still be better than It Stains the Sand Red.
Didn't you have that one on your list? No, you didn't. But like, it was close. No, it wasn't. Okay, well,
it was okay. I didn't mind it, but come on now.
It was almost on my list. It was like almost number 10.
What a garbage list.
No, I didn't. Mine was the best.
All right.
Can I like get this like thought out that's not even gonna matter now because we're like so off topic? Okay. Dead Shack. I don't really love zombie movies, so I wasn't really thrilled to watch it. I did think the cover, honestly, was kind of cool. I just like
I like pink covers, honestly.
Yeah, me too. Like that purpley, pinkish, bright in your face type of colors. But so that kind of caught my interest. And back when I kind of was going to pick it for one of the episodes was back, obviously, in February when it first came out, and there was barely any really good movies out yet for 2018. So that was kind of the only reason I was really going to pick it, and that's about it. Was just lack of options, to be completely honest. So yeah, I'd say going into it, I kind of had the same thoughts as you,
Hmm.
but then, it kind of it's not exactly what you think it's going to be when you actually watch it. I'll say that.
No, okay, so this family goes on vacation, and instead of like spending money to go on vacation, they go camping. So they rent like a little like house, and it's a father, an irresponsible father, might I add,
Yeah.
a stepmom who's like this Asian chick, who seems really just in her own head, like distant from the family. You don't really learn a lot about her, but she definitely, in the short amount of time that you spend with her, you definitely get a perfect idea of like who she is.
Yeah.
And then you have a daughter and I guess her younger brother, but they seem around the same age.
Yeah.
And they actually bring their friend with them.
Yes.
So they go to this cabin in the woods, and they decide to poke around and explore the area. They happen upon a wrong turn looking place, with a bunch of cars and stuff like that. First, they actually find a bunch of bones out in the woods that are like, clearly human bones, but they're just playing with them and stuff like, oh, look at these. And then they go to that house and they find like a bunch of melted cell phones in a trash can, which is never a good sign. And then they look in this window and they see this woman basically drug and attack these two young dudes who they ran into earlier in the film. And they basically see her kill them or eat them or something, and then they run back home. They tell their dad's drunk, and he goes to like check it out. And that's and then it's kind of just, they're in danger, and the person finds out that they saw them and stuff. So, man, okay, I think that the comedy 110% works in this film, and I think that the zombies are really a secondary character. It's not even really what's important. It's just a MacGuffin.
Yeah, I would agree. And honestly, like the comedy kind of reminded me of Santa Clarita's comedy a little bit. Not as
Little
intense.
bit.
Not as intense and in your face.
Not as quirky either.
Yeah. But like that's kind of
The beats of the jokes are similar.
yeah. It's very I guess
Dude,
lighthearted.
like, okay. Let me just I was in a different state of mind when I was watching this the first time. And I was dying at this movie. Like, it was so funny to me. Every joke I would think about for like 25, 30 seconds after it happened and like replay it in my head and laugh at it again. And then I'd have to stop because there would be something else funny happening. And I was like, I'm not going to remember anything about this movie. I actually did end up remembering most of it, but I rewatched it just to be sure. Wasn't as funny.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't know. Something about that night, I was like able to like focus on why it was funny a little bit more. And, at the beginning it was funny because like they're at this restaurant and there's this waitress and you get a real good sense of who the dad is. Like, he's a child. Their dad is a kid. Not literally, he's a grown adult, but he is super childish. You could probably tell that he would be the type of dude that would just kind of let his kids do whatever and, kind of be the cool, fun parent that lets the kids bring over their friends and drink in the basement and smoke pot and stuff. That's him. He makes, at the same time, he makes like lame dad jokes too. Like they go to these giant ass menus at this restaurant, and then he's like, "Well, first we'd like to ask for some bigger menus because can't see anything on these things." Really funny.
Yeah, I love that scene. I definitely didn't laugh nearly as much as you describe, but I did laugh out loud at a few moments. So It was a fun ride.
Like, give me one moment that you laughed out loud at.
Well, I mean the whole diner scene I thought was really funny, and then also whenever they see all that stuff go down at that other house, and then they're all scared and they run back to get their dad, and he's already completely drunk and just not able to even take them serious, and she's just like, "Dad, are you drunk already?" And he's like, "If I say yes, are you gonna be mad?" And she's like, "Yes." I thought that was just really funny because it's like they're just these young kids and they just see something horrific and then they have these irresponsible adults looking after them. So I thought that was really good too.
Yeah. So one of the things that I found was really funny is whenever. So the little brother's funny too. He says some funny stuff.
Yeah.
And then the you know, the person who's not actually in the family, the friend, he has a crush on the brother's older, you know, sister, and he's like kind of awkward and lame. Reminds me of like how Ryder Strong's character is in Cabin Fever. Like that same type of archetype except for younger.
Yeah.
You know who I'm talking about?
The main character in Cabin Fever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't he kind of remind you of that?
Yeah, a little bit, but I think that whole aspect for me is what kind of reminded me of Santa Clarita with the dorky ass dude,
totally
like in the like
him.
kind of tomboyish girl.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I could see what you mean about Cabin Fever as well.
And so there's some funny moments that one of my funny moments was, I don't know exactly how it went, but is the interactions between the dad and that character, the friend.
Mm. With the high
like,
five.
when
he's like,
come on, man, power five. And he's like, I gotta tell you, that was a really disappointing power five. And he gets into this like serious like dialogue about how like your power five represents your masculinity and stuff. And he just like totally shoots this kid down and says like, man, you're kind of a pussy.
Yeah,
and
I just like
the dialogue. I thought the dialogue was written really well. I thought the father really steals the show, but he has a really good drunk guy talk. Like he's
Mhm.
it's just the way he says things is so different. Like it sounds inebriated. And the way he's like, dude, we should start a band. You can have her on the guitar, and we can have all the parties and the parties or something, you know. Like it's just the way he says things is really funny to me. And then
it's got that perfect look about him
yeah,
too.
and he takes the axe and he's like, just kind of, he's like, I'm getting kind of bored, guys. You know, like just like they're like, and every single decision in this movie is just like absolutely terrible. Like everybody's making like the worst decisions ever.
Yeah.
Another one of my favorite scenes was whenever the younger brother is back home, like they're like, we got hot dogs. Like it's just like the way, I don't know, there's just something about it. It's like Dad, let's go back. There's hot dogs at the house. You know, like the fucking hot dogs.
Mm-hmm.
But he's in the bathroom and he's peeing, and his stepmom is getting attacked.
Dude,
and
that part was so funny.
Listen, something about the way, like he's peeing in the toilet, and if you're a guy, you know, like how you're like aiming your pee and stuff like that, and then like he takes a peek out the door and she's being attacked, and he's like trying to pee on the side of the bowl so it's not as loud. And he's like, I swear to God, I literally could not stop laughing. I kept saying this in my head. But he's peeing, and it's like, just won't stop. First of all, he starts looking around the room, and you could just see that he's like, he's like turning his body and like clearly missing the toilet bowl for a second, you know? So that's one thing that's funny. But then, like, when she's still getting killed out there, and he's like trying to hurry up and finish peeing, he looks down, and he's like, be quiet, you stupid shit, or something. And he's like, and it sounds like he's talking to his pee, making the noise into the bowl. And the way he just says like you piece of shit. I'm
I
like,
just
because who do you? He's like, he's literally like, it's just funny because he calls it a piece of shit, like just the pea hitting the bowl.
yeah.
And I'm just like, I just started dying. I kept replaying that in my head. It was just like the funniest thing ever to me.
Yeah. I was just laughing at the close-ups of the toilet just being destroyed by his pee.
Disgusting.
It reminded me of like working at the hotel and like
Yeah,
just
I literally
wondering how the
thought that.
hell someone missed the toilet
That's
this bad.
how. That was
Yeah.
how. They saw their wife getting attacked or their stepmom or something. But so that was extreme. I mean, that was probably the funniest part to me, other than the Power Five thing.
Mm.
And they they hit that kid with the axe, which was pretty funny. He's like, I know first aid. There's an axe sticking out of this kid's chest, and he's like, I know first aid.
Yeah, so
and then
clearly this movie is more on the comedy
it's
than the horror.
100% comedy.
Yeah.
And then
I
there was another good part where they see that woman attack the dudes, and they like leave, and then the kid turns around and throws a rock and busts out a window, and everybody's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" And he's like, I what was that? And there's like, you know, like he just like realizes that it was dumb all of a sudden.
hmm
Oh, so good, so good.
Yeah, I was really happy with this one, especially I didn't know it was going to be more comedy than horror going into it. So
Yeah,
I was
as
like,
of right
oh,
now, this is, I think, is this the only horror comedy I've seen this year? Unless you
um,
count Game Night, which wasn't a horror film.
yeah, don't count that. Yeah, I feel like this is the only one I've seen personally,
Let
I
me
think.
take a look. I'm going to take a look at my list real quick and see if I've seen any other horror. Okay, Victor Crowley.
I forgot. I keep forgetting that's
Yeah,
a
because we
this
seen
year
it
movie.
last year.
Yeah,
Kind of the Terrifier.
I just still need to see that one.
That's pretty much it, though. But this is the funniest horror movie that I've seen this year so far. Boy, oh boy, man, that it was really funny to me. And I'll say it's actually filmed very well as too. Like even the opening where there's like I don't know if it's a helicopter shot or something, but it's like of the town, and then like the snow and the just following the characters out in the woods. Also, the music is actually really good, especially during that montage scene where they're like gearing up, which to me also that night was the funniest thing ever. I watched it again and I was like, that was not. I don't even know. It wasn't even funny. I was just like,
Yeah, I
why
didn't
did I
even
laugh
know.
so hard at this? Because it was like, in my head, it was just going on forever, and it was just so unrealistic that it was funny to me. Like that they found all this stuff, and you know what I mean? Shoulder pads and stuff. Like, what is shoulder pads doing out there? But and I think that was what was really funny about the movie too, is just how unrealistic it was.
hmm
It just became funny. But yeah, the music during that scene is really good, and you hear it again throughout the movie. So I was a fan of that music.
Yeah, me too. I think is it the same music that plays at the beginning
Yeah, I
and
think
the
so.
end. Yeah, I like that, and I like how they kind of kick it in throughout.
Hmm.
Uh, what did you? So how did you think? What did you think about like the ending and stuff overall?
I liked the ending.
hmm
It was good because it was like I don't know what the hell they're gonna do, but
Yeah,
it was pretty cool. I don't want
I
to
was.
spoil it, obviously.
Yeah, I was just kind of like surprised by something that happened in it. I guess
Yeah,
just
me
because
too. I
of
didn't
how
expect
funny.
that.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I thought I was pretty
I
happy with
love
it.
stuff like that because it makes a movie that you think is 100% like this. It makes it surprise you and be like, it's also like this, which is like cool to me.
hmm
So
Yeah.
yeah, I really dug that. And then it honestly, there's like some decent gore. There's a little bit of CGI gore too, but it's paced really well. There's no messing around in this movie. Once they get to the cabin, it pretty much starts.
It's like a very simple film. That's what, it's not convoluted or
Oh,
anything.
it's super
just very...
simple. The entire movie relies upon its dialogue
Mhm.
and acting. Those two things alone make this movie.
It's a true cabin in the woods type of movie.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I really like that about it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I really do too. I thought it was pretty cool. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, there's not a ton to say about it other than that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really have much more.
Another strong entry for the year. I don't think that it's... this year is kind of slow so far to me. But I've seen a few things, and this is another good Shudder film or streaming exclusive type movie. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, let's see. Probably you raked.
Okay. Yeah, pretty solid movie. I would definitely recommend it, especially if you're trying to get in your movies for 2018. I think it might be a top 10 contender for some, depending on what you're into, what you watch and all that. But yeah, and if you like horror comedies, definitely check it out. The jokes were really good, in my opinion. Like I said, horror comedies are hit or miss for me sometimes, but this one really hit home for me, and I thought it was great. I thought the story was pretty simple, but that's fine sometimes. If you get too convoluted, it could be a mess. So with that, I give it an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, this is one that I kind of conflict on. I feel like, in general, I'm a little bit lower on my ratings this year than I was last year.
Oh yeah, me too, definitely.
Not saying that I'm rating less high films. I'm saying that I think I'm harsher this year.
Mm-hmm.
Which happens sometimes. You kind of adjust your rating style. And I think for a lot of films that I would rate 7 this year would have been rated 7.5. And this film, probably last year, I might have been a little bit higher on it. I do really like it. But I don't think it's that... I mean, it is good, but I don't think it's that good. It just caught me on a good night for one. The second watch wasn't nearly as funny, like I said. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm coming in at 8 out of 10 as well.
Oh, I thought you were going to be like, oh, it's a 5.
No, I was initially thinking 8.5, but I went with 8.
Okay, fair enough.
All right, so it is my pick next episode.
Bullshit.
Next episode is my pick, and I'm going to let the listeners know what I am going to pick because it is my pick.
Okay,
pick?
buddy.
My pick.
Whose
pick? My pick. Whose pick?
Your pick.
Exactly.
But what if say I have to watch a movie or something, or I just feel like watching a movie and I'm like, hey buddy, what if we watch this instead?
No.
It could still be your pick, but
nope.
I picked it. That's kind of I feel like that would be fair, maybe?
I feel like nope.
Okay, I'm just saying I feel like that's kind of what happened here.
I feel like nope.
I hate at you.
At who?
At you.
At me.
Who do I hate? At you. Because you're not fair.
How am I not fair?
You treat me like shit.
What?
You stole my pick.
I didn't steal your pick.
I mean, you stole my turn.
It's my pick.
It is not your pick, but whatever, buddy. I guess it could be your pick, and I bet I even know what it's going to be, and it's going to make me so mad.
What is it going to be?
Downrange.
No. Wait, there's something called Todd in the Book of Pure Evil on there as a Shudder exclusive?
That sounds like a familiar. I
Dude,
feel like
you
that
know
was
what actually looks pretty cool? This movie Downrange.
Dude, shut up.
No, seriously.
No, I picked that one
I
though.
was
It's
thinking
my.
it was something else.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There's another one that I want to see,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know if it's gonna when it comes out. It's called like Revenge or something like that. Did you see the previews to that?
Like that movie that already came out called Revenge, or is it a different movie?
Yeah, I think, but it's coming to Shudder, I think.
Oh, yeah. I've been curious to check that one out.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. How can I find that out?
I don't know if there's a way to find out what's coming to the shut.
To the what?
The shut.
We could do Orange is the New Black season 6.
This is a horror podcast, buddy. Can we just go with like my pick since you're
Dude,
not
it's my
sure?
pick.
But like I'm just saying,
it
you don't
doesn't
seem...
come out till September.
that's not too far away, but yeah, I guess if we want to get another ep in, we're gonna have to pick something different than that.
Is there anything on Netflix?
I haven't checked the Netflix in a while.
Kind of hungry.
I ate some KFC before getting on here. What's wrong, buddy?
You didn't give me any.
Dude, I told you next time.
That makes me so upset.
Darn. Are you gonna pick a move?
I'm looking, damn it.
I just thought, like, since you were so excited about it being your pick, that you would, like, have a good idea already.
Okay, so this person ranked every Shudder exclusive. And Dead Shack is in last place. That's pretty interesting.
Damn.
Wow, they must have really hated Dead Shack.
Must
Sweet,
not be
Sweet,
their
A
thing.
Lonely Girl is number 1.
Wow.
Alright. I will
Okay.
let you guys know. I might pick Downrange, I might pick something else.
Dude, but it will be, like, my pick, though. if you
It
pick
is
Downrange.
my pick.
Everyone knows that it's my pick, but, like, we'll pretend it's your pick, you know,
It is
Like we
my
kinda did.
pick.
like, like how we did for this one.
Alright. Take us out.
Take us out. Okay. Thank you guys for listening to episode 21 of the Netflix and Chill podcast. As always, I am Carly, and that is
Me. My pick.
That is JP, and we are out of here.
Deuces.
Peace.